Parents, this won't be a sweet talk session because it's all about us, parenting, general future. What I realized is sitting here in this ice cold warehouse with probably 2 jumpers on it, but I'm in my thinking mode again, like every day. But I was thinking how this all occurs as a parent in the early stage. The early stage is where the part where the parent role hasn't been even taught to you, but you're confused about the idea how to fulfill this parent role. And what does it really take? And what kind of responsibility that brings? Definitely self-accountability is one key, because you start to reflect on that daily. You don't just see your child as this beautiful human being that you've been blessed with, but more like a mission, because, as I said, responsibility is one thing. We think with certain ways of lifestyle, you're doing right by them. And it starts in the early stage, because no one tells you how to be a parent. That's one thing. Second is the implementation of, that married couple to get this beautiful soul, innocent, beautifully on track, on the straight path, throughout life, is a big journey. So it starts really when you become a parent. The part of parent, what I realized, is creating a certain lifestyle that you think, being responsible, working hard, running around the 9 to 5, coming late home. Also saying the wife role again is broken, where she tries also to compete, not in the bad way, but she needs to compete and help out to pay the bills. Then her mother role is broken. So again, the man is to blame generally for that. It's a bigger story to it. There's a couple talks on this generally to go through it, but bear with me. When the mother role is missing in the home, where you are busy, either way, if you're the 9 to 5 guy or business guy, if the mother role is broken, means she has to go to work. She tries to, clean the home, wash the clothes, have fuzzy hair, hold the kid in the arms and vacuum around, and you walk in and you don't get that affection of the loved ones, or the attention that a man is seeking based. What every man is really seeking is just a trustworthy individual that is backing him up with everything. Then that affects the children. It affects the household. And let's start in your household and you yourself. The household is definitely something that needs to be structured, strong, because the wife is one backbone. So don't create a certain life to suit this lifestyle that has been displayed and showed to people to live a certain way. But create a life that gives you a full potential. You as a father, you as a mother, to become that real parent. Maximum potential means the woman to be that nurturing, beautiful, strong reminder to the child, to remind him or her the importance of family, etiquettes, morals. So when the father walks in to say, look, your dad is such a hard-working person, he's looking after us, Thank God we have him. That just builds strength in that child, just to look up to a father. If it's a girl, she will seek such a husband as well. That's another talk for future, but it's quite a big story to that. The boy has something to look up to, and it should be his father. His dad should be a superhero, really, to come to him and be, so you can trust him and talk to him and connect with him on all bases. And the father should be the one really to have that full potential to be that father figure. You need to be also that strong husband to your full potential, so your wife can be that full potential. And the unity in the home usually is a big key for that. Throughout the stages of that child, when you become a dad, you think hard work and the hours and that certain lifestyle is something that you're doing right, and it's really not. It's really not. That's why you need to create a life. Work hard in your young days. That's what I'm trying to point out, is that the beginning, even your childhood as a parent, and you as a parent, your childhood is very important, how that reflects on the future. And it's never too late. If you realized and you're 20, you realized if you're 30, if you realized and you're 40, it doesn't matter. Because if you give up, why? You have to change, you have to create a better life. And some parents are already disconnected. Child is 14, doesn't talk to you. You don't even know why. You don't even realize why. You have no real connection. You found different comfort. Girls and boys find different comfort outside the home. Very simply said. Based on what? Because you think you've done right. With what? You haven't considered. You sweet talk them in the early stages. It's okay. They're fine. You haven't told them the real values. Teach them the discipline. Teach them to be really busy in their life in the young stage. Sometimes they need just sport. Sometimes they need just time. Means the precious time with you. And just the understanding. And the communication between you and your wife. If you don't have that, the parents need to be on the same level, same goals, same concept. The wife has to have that comfort of her home, not thinking about bills, not thinking about issues, no toxication, no negativity, because it sucks. It really sucks. In the end of the day, you guys need to unite. How do you think the children will be when they cannot go left and right because they're innocent? They're just innocent. They cannot, and you're doing it for the right reason. You're saying, for example, no for a certain way, for a certain thing, but don't just say no. I never said myself to my children ever yes or no. Even if it is a pair of shoes that they wanted, I said, do you think that this family, as an example, this family can afford these shoes for you, son? And he said, of course, Dad. So I will get him the shoes. And then I would, indicate to him that the next day we cannot have certain things. If it is food or a certain, day out with the family, and it's okay because we as family, we support you. So you wanted the shoes, so we are here for you. So you trigger something in the child that he might feel sad, but he understands that you got his back. Next time you have your back. Because an innocent child, that's how he thinks. He won't betray you. He won't lie to you. When you are really, really comfortable and really teaching him life lessons, let him be that young child that he's supposed to be. not the sweet talk little boy and the girl, and in the end, by the age of 14, 16, they disappeared. You don't even know why, as I mentioned. There is no parent guide for anything, really. This is a life experience I'm sharing, but I reflect a lot. I do think a lot. And that's your job as a parent as well. You cannot tell me that sitting down sometimes and thinking with your wife or by yourself, what is happening? What is really happening here? Because you're the one that complains about the school, the system, but you put them in that school. So why complain? Why didn't you think? If you don't like the school and you've seen it, what happens with children by the age of 18 finish school and they have no idea what they want to do. They have no life skill, nothing. They know how to memorize things or write something. But that's pretty much it. They had lots of fun in school, perhaps also bullying. Why did you put them in that school? Why didn't you do homeschooling? Or why didn't you encourage them to understand, okay, you're in school, but there's a bigger mission behind all this. Creative, responsible individual. Not just dropping off in school and you think it's childcare time. And and then the mother sits at home, goes, drinks coffee, friends. The last 3 hours of the day just quick cleans up and gets ready. Or she's working, rushing. The kid comes home, 3 hours by themselves by the time you guys actually come home. No one takes care of them, years after years. And you think he will have a good connection with that child. No, I told you, you create that environment of lifestyle that needs big attention. Let them be a child, but create responsible people. So to create that life where you can be that parent, it takes a lot of effort. But it's a momentum. You implement it. It becomes a norm in the home. If they have siblings, unite them, work with them. Don't put any toxication, don't even let any toxication enter the home. Sometimes it's sad, it's mostly the close by people. If it's the brothers, cousins, aunties, anything like that, it's very hard to deal with this. But reality is, you have to create a system from the day where it's born to the day where they will look after you in the end. And when you're gone, what? They're gonna then start lifting up the sleeves, pulling up the sleeves, and become responsible? No. By that time, they have no real connection to you, and they will live the life. Perhaps they'll live good, but their childhood is broken. Some live under trauma, got bullied in school, even worst case. Families disappear entirely. They don't even talk to each other, brothers, sisters, mothers. And then what happens with you guys? Divorce. In a lot of cases, divorce. Most of them. Because you haven't achieved that full potential. Naturally, you're unhappy. That's why parenting sucks, because you create that toxication for yourself. So guys, if you're in that situation where your child is small, act now. Act now. I do have lots to say. I'm happy to help. I'm here. If your child is in the midst of 10 years of age, act now. Sit down. Communicate. Change this whole lifestyle. Anything that will affect the child and your marriage and your family, change it. Remove all the wrong things and intoxications. If your child also is in the critical age of the 14 and you see and you feel it, there's already some coldness coming across from the child. It's not their fault. It's really your fault. So even in that time, it's not too late. There's ways to create a certain trigger where you can reconnect, unite with them. First, you have to have a goal for life. That's one thing. A certain way, waking up, going to work, make 9 to 5, make your money, pay your bills, have that holiday every year, give and take, or every 2 years, and it's not that. It doesn't make anyone really happy, because it's a stressful certain way of thinking, but also stressful life. And the ones that are just in the age of growing up, that went through stuff like that, but want to make a difference, contact me. Anyone, really. There's lots to say. There's lots to be done. Because we have that certain way of urge. Myself, I have a big urge. It's not a personal, emotional run and a sweet talk concept. There's a program throughout my skills and my work, because I'm a carpenter, also a furniture maker. The mentoring is very important. I connect the unity, means the united individuals as families, people, throughout my work. Get the people together, really create an urge into individuals, male, female, families, anything, anyone that wants to change, because we can't change anyone who doesn't. Guys, help each other in the families. Any questions, please? I'm free, I'm happy. Anything can be worked out in the end. There's a lot of drama in a lot of homes, a lot of issues, yes, and it's not easy. Everyone has a book to read or a book to tell, and everyone can learn from each other. There's no point to fall into that, overthinking and, let's say, depression concept. The point is to get out of it. It's to wake up and it's look at the painful truth, the real painful truth, and tell yourself that this will change. That's the first step, really. Self-accountability. Reflect on life, reflect on any type of negativity to good. Whatever you do good, improve it. Whatever is negative, just remove it. It's cold said, but that's how it is. That's the only way how to fix things first. We need to reflect on life. Life is too short. There's only one chance in this world. Get this generation better. Get these people. We have to come back to normality. It's not about selling here anything. It's getting the community together. Come together, connect, call me, text me, DM me. You guys gonna enjoy this, because there's a lot happening. There's a lot opportunities for the youth, for the families. We don't run like a childcare. Parents are involved. Parents have to dedicate themselves and have to be with the children in that program. There's a lot to look at, from the sport activities, obviously, from the mentoring part, another thing, even side hustles, work, woodwork, learning a skill by various people, especially by me, because I kick in my thinking mode and I like to share and I'm a problem solver consistently. I analyze things, and that's we as parents. This is our job. This is the thing. We have to see things around, look around, what's happening. So there's the bigger story, really. I'm just collecting some points of videos that trying to break through some things. It's good for me, good for everyone, myself as well. 7 children, and one wife is quite interesting. Can be a lot of Panadol, a lot of medicine, but pointing out, I have to thank my wife for 24 years, as my oldest is 24 and my youngest is 12. 24 years of being that mom, and she achieved something great. Morals, etiquettes, the way how the home is running. There's always something, because children are children, but it's a blessing. It's very a blessing. And it's not easy. We all had to learn something. We all have to share something. Me as a father, I'm now 42. And I'm very sure there's some people there in their 40s. You have to analyze your life. You have to look at things. There's so much. You could have done better. Of course it is. The point is, it's never too late. It's never too late, because it takes a simple hug, simple, family meeting to just reconnect. Because I felt sometimes, especially throughout their youth, they go through things, and we haven't connected right with them, and they're nearly like it felt like they slip away in some sense. Again, another importance is like the spirituality, the faith is definitely something that helps. But their youth, they need more structure. They need more discipline, guidance. How to put them into this world, into this place. Anything can come along. Anything can come along, and they have no experience. As we are not experienced, we haven't been parents before, and all of a sudden we're parents. So, as much as people can tell us, point is the experience, the life, what we need to share together. Now is the time that people actually can share, and people want to share. They do want a better life for their children, and I'm sure you guys all do. And the point is that it's really enough. It's really enough. And if it's not us, if it's not me doing this, who is going to do it? I don't wait for anyone. This is my job as a parent. My job, that I put myself into that mission, that I will look after and treat this world differently, treat my family differently, connect with people, and just create a better world in reality. What's wrong with that? It will be wrong not to say that, or not to think like that. Yeah, so there's a lot to say, obviously, but the communication, so make sure that before you get married, it's another story. Please, share some comments generally on any topics, really, because your comments create some cool, let's say, topics. Your comments come across, and let me think, and there's always something coming up from my life experience that I can share. And create something with your family that will bring more a stabilized home. You need to stabilize your home. You need to connect to your wife, regardless. Everything is possible. There is definitely some hardship in a lot of families. Emotional breakdown. People can't do it anymore. They give up. But I'm talking to the people that really want to change. Because as I said, the ones who don't want to be helped, they can't be helped. And it's very sad. Very sad, because the youth is very innocent. People are innocent. So please, regardless, sit down, think, get your life together, And in the end, if the effort is there, it will be fine. But the first key is connect with your wife. Be on the same track. And then slowly, there is change to be done. Any questions, do let me know. You need to connect to a community, even your locals, your friends that are good, not the toxic head ones. The toxic ones will just drag you. Jealousy, envy. What creates more problems, like everyone knows that. Yeah, it's a very important part of life. I don't have really a big structured speech here. I do read up some notes, but it's a really emotional part for me, because it's very important, and it should be to you as well. We have these opportunities of this platform. Why not put some value out there? So, guys, hopefully it's going to be fine. Obviously, connect through DMs, SMS me, text me, anything. Website is also very good. Generally, go check it out. Really, just read it. Read it and do let me know what you think. It's called Mindset Legacy Wins. It's anywhere in my bios and general posts. You can read up if it's on YouTube or general TikTok or Instagrams. And yeah, and look up the carpentry side, how the woodworking works with that together. So there's quite a big program that goes along that. And yeah, I mean, you know, it feels awesome when you see random students. The other day, they called me and said, Mr. G, because they don't call me Goran. They say, Mr. G. You know, I finished my school and I got my certificate, and it was about carpentry. So they got their carpentry certificate. They're going for the license now. You know, we had a 2-year mentoring program for them. It was amazing. You know, and they're going for the next stage now. So, and they're connected. They're well connected. And these are youngsters. It's pretty awesome. And then the, you know, students in the woodworking is just amazing. Even one where I'm very, very happy about this is one student of mine, you know, after a certain time he connected, and I took him on board to, yeah, just help out and do things along. It's amazing. But you should see, this kid is 21 years old. I'm telling you, he has a life goal. He thinks like a responsible 35 years old person that has great achievement. Takes care of his mother, takes care of his brother, works hard, you know, 2 jobs, and yeah, and comes help me out as well and learns, and it's amazing. So the positivity, let's say, need to reflect on people, your values, your strength, your skills that you have as a parent. Use that and go further. Share it, give it to people, especially your children, That's the main thing. I'll leave you with that. Do think, do ponder, do reflect. Hopefully this weather gets a bit better, because it is very cold. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Please do leave some comments for the idea of seeing if this is actually reaching anyone. Of course. Point is, I'm doing my thing. I don't really care as who it reaches. That's my job. All the other people are plus. A big plus. So communicate, connect, share with your friends, Share with the loved ones that really think that you think that they need anything like that, even just a mentoring idea, just a simple humanized talk sometimes helps. And have a good day, because I am cold and I don't know how to stop, because I will talk about this daily. And yeah, be aware there's another lesson coming about boys becoming men and the girls becoming real women of value. That's a big one. Can't wait. Have a good day, everyone.